like the last moment.
Yeah. But you were hyped for that.
Subscribe to our non-existent Patreon if you want to see the
Yeah, full dance clips.
That's right.
Oh,
Nice.
yeah.
This is my new just out of a meeting energy that I'm gonna bring.
Oh, that's good. That's good. Hey, look at all those. Hey.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Amazing.
Incredible.
Well, so if you subscribe, you get the hat, you get the Proud Dad, and then that's tier 1, and then higher tier, you get the sweater, you get the Prof A, and then if you donate 10, wait, what did I say? 1,000? Is it 1,000? I don't remember how many bits, but you get the little me and Winnie,
Yes.
the little puppy love.
It's like QVC. We have to like have the product up. We're like, look at this.
That's right. And if you donate at the tier 2,
call now and you'll
Right.
get 2 for the price of 1.
We'll return you to our programming in just a minute, but let me tell you about the value that you get from a tier 2 subscription. The tote bag.
That's it. Yeah, you got that pledge drive energy. Yeah.
Right. Rick Steves is going to come on and talk to us for some reason. I don't know.
Yes, this is the new summer season of ProfsPlay.
Starting to shill.
That's right,
All the
man.
ads.
Yep.
We got to keep the lights on, minis don't paint themselves, y'all.
That's right.
Buy that sweet mini paint. Okay. All right. I guess it's time. What is going on, everybody? And welcome to the summer season of ProfsPlay. Unlike our usual season in which we spend our time playing video games and actually doing a lot of kind of rotation around who is going to be playing or sort of leading the gameplay. This summer, we are all in, all 4 of us, for our very first game of D&D together. I mean, this is not the first session, right? But this is our very first adventure together as profs. Super exciting. But before we jump into it, for anybody who might be new to the channel, my name is Prof A from the channel Prof A Plays. What am I doing this summer? I am actually doing a lot more variety streaming than I have done in the past. I like to think about the games I'd like to play this summer as games worth talking about, and the chats focused on games worth playing. So we started out playing Never Alone, and I really I want to play around a lot with games that kind of have something to say about the world and games that can kind of spark some important conversations, right, about things happening in the world. So anyway, that's what I've been doing this summer on the solo channel. But let me stop and let my co-players, co-gamers, co-profs introduce themselves. I don't know where to pass it. I'm going to send it down to Proflin.
Oh, yeah. While Prof A is doing all the whatever profound thing that you said, meanwhile, I'm accidentally killing puppies in Undertale. And so that's been my...
I'm glad you added those 2 other words. In an Undertale.
Yeah.
It's Cruella de Billing over the summer.
Well, it's an anti-hero now, so I guess
I'm
it's
sorry.
cool.
Somebody has
true,
to... The first one was not... Doggo was not my fault. Lesser Dog kind of was my fault. So those, and then I killed Tem. I don't know. I killed a bunch of people that everyone in the chat is just like, wait, why are you killing these helpless little people? And like, I don't know. I've never played it before. So I don't even know like how the story ends. So that's been a lot of fun for me. This month, I've committed myself to mostly playing Game Pass games because now that I have it, I don't want it to just sit there. I need to just play everything there and put everything else in my library on hold. So that's what I've been doing so far this summer. And so I'm switching it. Like it's still variety, but I am doing something different. I'm trying to play through games now, which is not something that I did at all last year. So see, we're all switching it up.
We're like the opposite.
Yeah.
Right, yeah.
Oh
We switch bodies. No.
Like a Freaky Friday situation happening here on our stream.
Exactly. All right, I'll pass it to Sweater.
Oh, hello. I am also doing an opposite day thing. So I am Sweater Wolf over on my solo channel. And I've always been like somebody to play through a whole game, like a whole. Well, we're really switching actually, Lynette, because you're playing a turn-based RPG. And I was playing Octopath Traveler, which is a turn-based RPG that I had the dawning realization that it was like 60 hours long. And I thought it was cool, but like not that much of a commitment. And that's generally what I do. So I'm like, I want to play more like hop in, hop out games. So I actually started playing No Man's Sky, which is like, I think it was totally should be up Jay's alley. You know, you can talk about your experience with it, but you know, it's like base building, survival. It's one of those games that is so fun for Twitch because I have point redeems where you can name things that I find and name planets. And also it's kind of confusing to know what to do next. So it's the perfect game for me to play on stream because people are like, go do this thing. I'm like, okay. Whereas if I was playing on my own, I'd be like, oh, where to go? So yeah, it's super fun. I'm really mad I missed the crossover Mass Effect thing. But if you want to check out some No Man's Sky, that's what I'm going to be playing for probably the next few weeks because it's pretty excellent. And I'm going to pass it up to Jay.
All right, I'm going to roll a check. That was a 14, so I think I'm accepting your handoff.
What happened?
I think was it
failed.
Yeah, so I'm going. All right, yeah, I'm going to accept your handoff, and I rolled a 14. Yeah, so hello. Jay plays games. I usually play games, but not on Twitch because I'm like that. Quick note. I want to throw this out there. I know we're going to get into D&D, so we're not going to talk about too many other games and stuff like that. But the free game on Epic this week is Control. Everyone should go grab it. Go grab Control. So good. And the DLC apparently, which is must play according to Sweater Wolf, is on sale for half off too. So I'm still in that. Speaking of Control, I finished it, and thank you. City Skylines, yeah, that was a while ago. I finished it, and I'm still in that. Like, I can't bring myself to get into any other games right now. So I'm gonna get over that this weekend, hopefully. But I haven't actually been playing much this week. I've been cleaning the garage and doing fun stuff like that. So
Hard to measure up to Control.
Yeah. Well, you know, I think I mentioned this somewhere on, I don't know, somewhere. But like, you ever get that feeling when you finish like a TV show or a game you really like or a book or something, and you're just sort of like, not depressed, but just like your energy is like kind of like, you know, like I'm in that headspace here.
Grieving your
exactly.
Yeah, definitely.
It was a game that it came highly recommended. Sweater, you've been trying to get me to play it for a while. I've wanted to, and I just found the time finally. And I liked it, and it was okay. And then I really liked it. So stick with it, and it's good. Yeah. So
yeah. And then, you know, I'll be that way after Mass Effect. I mean, we've turned the Discord games chat into just like the Garrus Thirst channel. So apologies to all.
Down bad.
Blame it all on Sweater. It's all Sweater's fault.
Yeah.
I'm playing Control tomorrow for the first time. Like I'm starting that. So I'm going to play that also. Like that's going to be the rest of June for me.
Oh, good. Oh, it's good. It's good. That sweet brutalist architecture. Yummy.
That's the cuteness aggression, Jake.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. You get it for animals. I get it for like big concrete buildings, you know, I guess. So.
Oh, man.
Excellent. So, and all right, back over now to perhaps the GM of the group. I'll hand it right back over.
Yeah. Hi. I have like so many comments about what you said.
I think you were in the middle of something. Your look on your face, you were like, oh, wait, what?
I don't know if I mentioned this before, but whenever you say I'm like that, that has such a different connotation for me because when I was teaching high school on the East Coast, when kids would ask you if you were like that, that would mean if you were like a scrapper, if you were like gonna fight. You know what I'm saying? So like when kids would say like, cause I'm like that means like, don't mess with me. So I love when you say that because it brings back that memory.
Yeah, Jay's actually going to fight you. He
actually meant it that way.
You have to wait.
I did. That's what you know me, my East Coast vernacular, strong.
The translation. I love it. All right. Everybody. Good to be with y'all as always. And hey, chat, what is going on? How are you? Great to be with everybody. All right, let's quickly jump into some super quick housekeeping with regard to our style of D&D streaming, which is, again, this is still like a very new thing to us. So I guess that's the first the first housekeeping point is like bear with us as we figure out this virtual D&D experience. Well, at least some of us. Like I've never DM'd this virtually, so this is all like real new to me. And we're also streaming this, so yeah, so a lot of kinks to continue to work out, but we appreciate everybody's patience as we work through this. Second thing is chat. My God, we love every single one of you. However, as we get into the game, as we get involved in our characters and the narration and all of that, you might notice that our engagement with chat will may tend to drop off over the course of stream. That does not mean we love you any less. It just means we're really, really getting into what we're doing. Although we will maybe cut it a little early today so that we can kind of go back and catch up on chat, get some of the comments and questions folks had, and just kind of engage with anything that y'all want to talk about. And then lastly, this is kind of a last from me at least. This is a very kind of D&D specific housekeeping thing in terms of like rules lawyering and like backseat DMing. Obviously, we're going to have our own conversations within the game about ruling and all of that kind of stuff. But in the interest of full disclosure, I do tend to run the game very fast and loose with the rules. And oftentimes I think about the rules mainly as in service of the story or the characters or the experience, but not the rules themselves as the game of D&D. So if you feel differently about that, that's awesome. I hope you still have a great time, but just so you kind of know what to expect for the next 2 hours or so. Yeah, anything from y'all? Any announcements, things?
No, other than I had a blast last time and I'm super excited for today.
Heck yeah.
Okay, awesome. So remember last time when we talked about, I think it was ProfsPlay that talked about how your DM in your other game was like running a separate like window of Roll20. Oh God, no, not that one.
Show me your windows. No.
Hey, girl.
No, not all the windows.
I know.
I did set that up. Obviously, this requires like a little bit of zoom. So this is like there's like a fifth player in like our D&D game, and that is just like the window that I for this. So I can do DM things on my own kind of login, and then we can also have visuals for folks that would like visuals on this separate thing. So yeah, so that is why that's there. I guess with that, we are going to jump right into it. If you missed world building notes from last week, you can always ask the chat. You can always join our Discord where we try to share resources that are legible enough for people outside of our game to read and understand. But yeah, other than that, we hope you have a good time. Let's get it going. All right, where's my fun little music? What should we listen to today? Maybe this one?
Polka.
Too loud, not loud enough. That sound okay?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Okay. Sick. The world is changing. Magic is fading, and with it, the old ways. Outsiders have come to these lands, wielding weapons of thunder and smoke. They claim to bring progress, but at what cost? The strength of our dreams is fading. Even the ghosts of our ancestors are silent. Yet, not all is lost. There are whispers that a new magic is growing. More and more storytellers in the Teahouses speak of these wonders. Tales of warriors who soar through the sky like birds, creatures of living metal rising from the earth. Some even believe that the ways of the ancients are waiting to be reborn. It is into this age that our three heroes here have been thrust. Will they be the ones to preserve the old magic in a new age of machines? Will they seek to restore harmony in an age of growing chaos? Or will they seize the opportunity to gain power untold? This is a new age. This is the Age of Storms. Is that weird that I read that intro every time? But I worked so hard. So I want to read it. All right. So just as a quick recap, when we last left our heroes, we had relived their meeting on the battlefield under rather tragic circumstances, right? The battlefield where the son of Jay's character, Tenjun Loon, who's named Tenjun Yari, died on the field of battle. Our characters met, defended, cared for one another, and then spent a little bit of time traveling on the road from this battlefield up to the northern city of Ma Gao, referred to as the Northern Shadow. This is in the north, by the way, of a land called Wuzhan, which is the setting of our campaign. Think of it as a nice little mashup between wuxia fantasy and I'm going to say it right this time, steampunk. I think we have. All right, so now we're going to start playing around a little bit with the Roll20 features that I'm trying so hard to learn. So if we, let's see if we can do this. If we pop over here and I do, oh man, can I do it? Maybe not. Okay, what happens if I do this? Does anything happen?
Yes. We can see the pop-up on our screens.
Oh, cool.
Also.
That's fun. We can even make it bigger.
Cool.
Oh, wait. I have to make it bigger on my player screen. All right. So in the land of Wuzhan, our three adventurers are original, kind of indigenous members of this land of kind of various backgrounds, and the city they're traveling to in the north was started off as a fishing village, and now has sort of expanded into kind of a fortress that the invaders from the north, these foreign people that our heroes really don't have too much knowledge about, have come in, started to build, started to take over lands. And I think the last thing we did, if I recall correctly, was with the smooth talking of our hero Leung, found their way into the gates of the city. I think that's about all we covered. Did I miss anything? Anything we need to go back over?
Tamari stealthily swiped by a guard who was grabbing for Leung. That's what.
Yeah.
That's right.
That's what I do with my cat senses.
Some words exchanged, if I recall correctly, during that conversation.
There were fun words exchanged.
At some point.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So one of the things we didn't do was talk about your journey together from the heartlands of Wuzhan up here to Ma Gao, the Northern Shadow. So I'm curious, just for each of the players, and if you want to take just a second to introduce your characters, you can feel free to do so. But what as you traveled together, what would you say was your personal favorite memory from traveling with your companions? Anybody can go.
Tamari did a lot of, I don't know what you call it, target practice, I guess. And Liren was a good co-trainer participant to help me, not hit Liren, but like try to aim and be like, all right, can you hit this? Can you try to hit that? So that was a lot of fun for Tamari to practice more with that ranged bow and arrow attack.
Yeah. You'll get to shoot an apple off his head once there's higher confidence in your abilities, for sure.
Like a super quick, like little overview of Tamari for anybody who might have missed last year that just wants to get a sense of like who you are, what you look like, what you're about, all that stuff.
Sorry, Tamari. You asked me a question. I'm like, I got distracted by other messages. Also, in real life, my little dog is having a little panic attack. Tamari, you asked a bit about my backstory, just very briefly.
Yeah, just like a super quick kind of characterly overview.
So Tamari is a Swift Stride Ranger, so she can shift into a more cat-like form. And so she often does this when she feels threatened or that she needs to protect or do something of that sort. She also is pretty handy with the bow and arrow, stealthy, likes to, cat around. That's her general vibe. Tithe, is that what the word was? Or what was the word that you told me last week? Lithely.
Although I do like catting around a lot better.
Yeah.
I catted around cattily.
Cat.
Also a good description.
Sorry, I forgot what the prompt question was.
Who are you, and what was your favorite memory traveling with everybody on the road so far? I haven't been traveling for too long.
I think that so my character is Liren. He is a dragonborn. Imagine a dragonborn, but think of like an East Asian dragon instead of a Western sort of European dragon. And that's general idea of what he looks like. He's very big. He's very loud. He's not stealthy at all. And he's a healer. He comes from a village of very sort of well-known and well-established healers. However, they are practitioners of the old magic in their healing that the new people, the new invaders, do not like and in fact have outlawed. But he decided he was going to just kind of keep practicing it anyway through kind of a whisper network, while also using his considerable size and strength to sort of seek other kinds of employment that are a little more above board. So I think his favorite memories while traveling, I think Tamari is really fascinating to him because he's like the opposite of catting around. Like he is like he's big. He wears armor, and is just kind of always clunking around. He really doesn't have a lot of subtlety in him. And I think the concept of trying to of seeing somebody who is very stealthy and just moves in a very completely different way than him is interesting. There's an elegance, I think, to all of the Dragonborn in this world. But at the same time, he has never been able to really sneak up on anything. And so I think he in exchange for the target practice is, asking for some sort of stealth or sneaking practice. I don't think it's going very well, but I think Liren is can step on not every branch in the forest now, maybe, and that's like a huge progress for him.
I'm like, here's your posture. Put your back like this.
And he's just like. So that's Liren. That is one of Liren's memories.
Nice. Love it. I love all the co-teaching that's happening here. Okay. Cool. Jay, who's your character, and what is your character's favorite memory so far?
Yes. So my character is Tenju Loon, and he is older. He's spent most of his life on his family farm, raising crops and herds and stuff. As a ranger, as a mark of handling human ranger, and the memory that I have. The problem is that it's a relative. It's not a super long trip to Ma Gao, but long enough that you need a little drink to get you through each and every day, because every day it looks kind of the same as you get closer and closer to the city. It looks the same, the land looks the same and stuff. And so you enjoy a little bit of the rice wine. And the problem is it clouds some of those memories. So the only thing I can remember very clearly is that after one long night of rice wine enjoyment, I had fallen asleep and something kind of startled me awake, and I saw this creature, sort of stalking around the outside of where we had stopped the camp, and so I grabbed my bow and aimed and took a shot, and then realized that I had just barely missed Tamari, who I had forgotten could transform into that cat-like catting cat, and so that made for a few choice words between the two of us. But fortunately, because of the quantity of rice wine that I enjoyed, I don't remember much about that conversation, which was nice.
Tamari's watching your drinking habits, by the way.
Copious.
Proud dad.
Copious
Wait, what?
Yeah, right.
Good. I think this bodes well for what y'all might in the city. All right, so let's get into it. As you push past the guards that we met on our last adventure, the gates of Ma Gao slowly begin to swing open, and you all, why do I keep doing, there we go. You all begin to get a glimpse of the interior of the city. You notice right away a couple of things. While there certainly is very kind of clear evidence of borrowing and sort of melding the architectural style, traditional architectural style of Wuhan, you also notice there's sort of a large and clear divide in the city, right? You can see architecturally that on one side of the city there are buildings that are in the sort of a very traditional style, such as the image you see here. And there are also buildings that really look very, very different to you. And that architectural divide is very, very clear as you kind of look down the street in the city. In front of you, although it is the evening, you see lights and you hear voices. As you know, this is the weekly night market, something that happens at the end of each week. And it's typically, just to give folks a little bit of kind of background, the night market tends to have, I guess you could say, it makes available certain exchanges that aren't always accessible in the market square in the daytime. And so as you begin to enter the city, smells from the market begin to waft into your nostrils. Hot oil, steamed dumplings, noodles and rice being tossed, vegetables and fish being grilled, as well as the sound of music and laughter, argumentation, and all kinds of senses of the city begin to overwhelm you. We do have. Oh wait, no, we shouldn't show that one. Hold on, we have a thing. We have a thing we can all look at. Of course, you don't need to go to the market, but it seems to be the thing that's kind of attracting the most of your attention. Let me see if this worked right. Did this work right? Can you all see the little bit of the city that you have experienced so far?
Yep.
Cool.
Oh my god, that's amazing. Okay, well there you are at the gates of the city. I think I have a way to clear out the fog of war here, but what? Now that you're here, now that you're finally inside Ma Gao, what would you like to do?
I feel as though I need a drink. It's been a long day.
Oh, surprise, surprise.
I feel like we need to keep an eye on him. Keep an eye on this wine. Don't send him away to taverns by himself.
We're gonna follow. But I would like to, as we're walking to this tavern, I would like to just like scan the street we're walking on, just to observe who's also out there.
Okay. Let's do a quick perception check for that.
Perception. 8.
Okay. I was asking just in terms of like map revelation. So 8 will
Oh,
get
sorry. I did an 8 though.
8 will get you about that until you start moving much forward. All right. Do you have any idea, Leung, where you might be able to get a drink in the city?
Yes, past the market. The only places I ever visit in this city. There's an inn by the other gate. There's two gates in. There's an inn towards the west. The market is right in the center, and then towards the shore, the bay where the boats come in is the Teahouse. They have the best rice wine at this Teahouse.
Okay, so you're just gonna sort of make a beeline over to the tea house?
That's my preference. Yes, whoever wants to follow me can do so. Otherwise, I suggest if we do split, maybe we could meet at the inn. But the tea house is you have to try this rice wine. I recommend it. You're all of age.
I think Liren's going to come along in the spirit of enjoying the rice wine, but also I think is very concerned about the fact that Tamari almost got shot the other night and is secretly trying to make sure that he doesn't draw too much attention.
It angries up the blood.
All right. So everybody heads. Sorry, I'm like getting my own bearings on my own map. Everybody heads eastward toward the docks district, toward the bay, to an establishment known to the locals as B Na's Teahouse. Just as a little bit of history, B Na's Teahouse was once a simple establishment, but it's sort of grown. Oh, you can't see much of that without a zoom, huh? And there's no zoom feature here. All right. Okay. Anyway, the tea house has expanded to fit the growing needs of the local Wujian Dao, as well as travelers in the area. As you enter the tea house, you are greeted by Bina, a middle-aged woman whose skin has sort of hardened with time. But what has not hardened at all are her facial features. She still smiles very deeply, and you can see there are sort of little crow's feet that mark her eyes. She welcomes you in, waves you to an open table, and invites you all to sit.
I'm gonna follow her. Seems legit.
I'll follow as well.
I'll lead
Again,
the way.
scanning to see how many people are in here. Does somebody catch my eye? Is someone staring at me? That's the more specific question that I want to know.
I think that'll require yet another perception roll.
Okay, I'll do it. Oh my, 10. I'm underwhelmed by these rolls.
Everything seems fine.
Okay.
Everything seems fine. As you have a seat, Bina pours green tea for each of you, and then asks, because she has seen Loon quite frequently, if Loon would be interested in introducing his companions.
Yes, I've traveled with them now for several weeks, and Tamari and I come from the village, but this year we aren't bringing our harvest. We're seeking something else, in fact, and Liren has joined us. Bina, you may remember my son, and unfortunately he had died in battle, and Liren and Tamari have helped me along the way. He sent us into the city. In fact, he told me to seek out someone. So I've come in part because I can't resist your delectable wine, but also because we're looking for a tale teller who's said to have been here in Ma Gao.
At the mention of your son, Yari, her face darkens. She looks at you with sort of deep compassion and says, "I'm so sorry, my brother. He was like a son to me too." She thinks for a moment. She looks over at Liren, looks around the room, and her voice comes down to a hush. She leans into Liren and says, "My child, there are those we should speak away from prying ears." She stands up and she gestures the three of you to meet her in a doorway, across the room. What would you like to do?
I followed her implicitly, yeah.
Oh. Yeah, once I see Leung following, then he seems to trust her.
All right, you all head over to this door. She kind of shoos all of you inside, and she switches to a particular dialect of the Wujian language that is not ever taught to outsiders. So it's only something the three of you and other folks within the Teahouse might understand. And she says, "My child, there are whispers of those looking for someone descended from the Water Ancient. You may want to keep a low profile." And as she mentions that, she sort of hands you a hood. It's simple, it's cloth, and yet it's large enough to fit right around your head should you desire to use it.
Liren takes it and says, "Thank you very much. I think this will help me a great deal. Some of the we encountered some skepticism when we initially came in, and Liren will put the hood on, try it on for size. Says this fits very well. I could be, well, perhaps the tallest human here, or but I might pass if I stay in the shadow, as my friend Tamari has been teaching me to do."
She walks the four of you back to your table, sort of laughing, gesturing, pretending as if the conversation had not ever occurred. And she asks if she can bring you anything to eat or anything to drink.
Well, Leung, you know what's the specialties here. What would you recommend? Would you recommend your usual?
Yes, well, it's season. A new harvest of fish has come in to the docks, and I think it's fresh today. So a fish dish, a specialty here is, and of course, plenty of your famous rice wine, please.
She hurries off over to the kitchen and leaves you all with a few moments to yourselves.
So, Liren, you sure that you're good? I'm concerned that we have to keep you in hiding. I feel like we should practice more.
I think that with this hood, I am completely indistinguishable from anyone else here. Don't you think so? Here, I can even do this. And Liren like hunches down a little bit, which doesn't really make any difference whatsoever, and says, "Look, I can even blend in. Is this working, Tamari? Is this as you taught me?"
I just glance at Leung and don't say anything.
I will take that glance to mean it is working.
That's great.
In another few moments, you see the doors to the kitchen burst open. And as the doors burst open, you get a glimpse of a number of cooks in the back. And as Bina moves forward, again, the smell of just freshly grilled fish fills the air. She sets a plate down. It's very, very large and well-grilled snapper. She sets down a carafe, 4 sort of small teacups, and says, This, my friends, is for you. Consider it my otam. And she leaves you with your food. She turns to Leung, kind of comes in close and whispers in his ear, before you leave, speak with me. I think I know where you might find this tale teller. And with that, she leaves you to your food and to your drink.
I mean, Leung's definitely going to drink this rice wine. It's been hyped up for, I imagine, that Leung has been looking forward to this. Have you, Leung?
I have. This is the highlight of the trip every year to bring the harvest in. Is always a stop here. But I've also noticed off in the corner, there's a group of northerners set apart from the rest of the patrons of the establishment, and they've been looking our way. And I motion to both of you to look over, and they seem to be scanning the room. They haven't seen us yet, but they look to be not there to eat, perhaps, but there for something else.
Tamari's gonna casually brush her hair aside to look over, trying not to be too obvious.
And I'll have to remind you that the Northerners, while they seem to, want to work alongside us, to always remember that they're not here to help us.
Perhaps I should not turn my face toward them.
Yeah, you've sort of scooched your back.
No, I'm going
to
pull my hood a little more over.
Very large back to them, yeah.
As you turn and look tomorrow, you see three individuals, not large, certainly humanoid, but they begin to then hunch closer to one another. You hear them speaking in hushed tones. You have no idea what they're saying. And then one of them stands up, exits out the back of the Teahouse. What would you like to do?
Well, that guy just left.
I have no peripheral vision in this game.
I'm just, you don't need to look. Don't turn around. Don't turn around. I'll just tell you. Well, there are three guys. They started whispering. One of them got up and walked out into the alley.
Were they whispering as they looked at us?
I mean, they definitely keep looking over here.
I think we should leave.
But we
Is
should
there
do
like
so
a to-go box or
calmly.
something?
Yeah, right. Yes.
Can I take the wine to go?
There is a jug.
Rolls, stands up and exits out the back. Sorry to interrupt.
Yeah, I think I wave Bina over and tell her that it's time for us to leave, but that we would like to take some of this rice wine to go.
With sort of a look around the room, because she's not really used to people asking to take her wines or any of the food in the establishment. Usually people just sit and eat, but she's just she looks to you, runs back into the kitchen, comes out with a small cork, pops it on top of the carafe and says, "Take this, but be sure to come and visit me. I'll need the carafe back, and I'd love to see you and your friends again." She gestures that you exit out the front of the building. And as you do so, as she does so, the third individual who's sitting at the table stands up and walks out the back of the building. She turns to you, Leung, and into your ear whispers in your shared Wujian dialect, "Seek out the fortune teller in the market square. The fortune teller can help you find the teller of tales." And with that, she scampers off to help other customers in the establishment.
There is for sure no food left on the table with Liren at the table. Like as the cork goes in the wine, he like just scarfs the last fish or whatever is left, and says, "All right, you have your rice wine. I think we should probably head out that very exit. I will keep a low profile."
Yeah, use your hood, just like you know how you're using it.
Yes, you have taught me well, Tamari.
And despite the fact that I have carrying absolutely as much as I possibly can, according to how nature works, I do scoop up the wine and tuck it under my arm tightly. It's very light. It's surprisingly light.
Question: are you leaving out the front or out the? There are two exits. Are you leaving out the front door or are you leaving out the back door?
I would like to take Bina's advice and head towards the front quickly but confidently.
Okay.
Yeah, I would like to put Liren between us again.
Liren is like trying to like hunch down, like he has like a long neck, and he's like, "Am I making it better or worse right now? Tell me."
I think it's worse.
Okay, I'll stand up a little more. Yeah.
Just be.
Just keep walking.
Yes.
Keep walking.
All right, you are back out. Your nostrils are filled once again with a mixture of the fresh scent of the sea, because you were standing in the middle of the docks district, as well as a slight tinge of the smells and sounds wafting from the market square. Where would you like to go?
I think we should follow this path into the market. Now, my market experience has always been during the day, and was always asleep or at the Teahouse at night. So this is a new. The night market is a different experience for me, but I know my way very confidently to the marketplace itself.
All right. You make a direct path over to the marketplace. So let's see. That will probably give you this range of vision. And all of a sudden, you find yourself in the middle of the market square. All around you feels like swirling chaos. There are bicycles riding around. There are food stalls, folks hawking all kinds of jewelry, weapons, armor, packs for traveling. Almost anything you might imagine is being bought and sold here at the market. Anywhere in particular you'd like to go, or anything in particular you are looking for? I think if I hit this, right, if I hit show players, this goes like in your journals now, I guess.
Yeah, I think so. It like stores it in there.
Awesome. Cool. Well, there you go.
Cool, nice.
Welcome to the night market.
Could they hear Bina's comments, or was that only to me?
It was directed to you.
It was directed to me. So I turn to Tamari and Liren and say, my journey is bringing me to the fortune teller. Bina mentioned to seek the fortune teller, which I've only heard rumors that they're in a dark corner somewhere here. I think we're going to need to look. I think we need to look around, because I'm not sure where they might be.
That sounds like an excellent plan. I think we should start walking the market. And I think if there's any like food, I assume there's probably like street food and people selling stuff. I think Liren is also just buying food as we walk and is like continuing to eat, sample everything.
There's all kinds of food. There's fried dumplings, there's noodles, there's little rice rolled into balls, just so much street food. Hold on, as you all wander around the market, I need to just do a quick light adjustment here. It's like a giant blinding beams of sun in my face.
Totally. The other thing that I notice is that that outside nearly every stall and at the end of every passageway there are northern soldiers, troops surveying the crowd. A very strong presence, more than in the daytime. I've noticed a much stronger presence for the northerners.
And almost as if on cue, one of the guards that you were talking about steps forward. Strangely enough, the guard that steps forward does not have the appearance of a northerner. The guard that steps forward wears a traditional Wujan hat, seems to be wielding a curved blade of traditional origin. But you notice also is missing an arm. And in the place of that arm is a prosthetic of metal gears and steam that seems to move just as well, if not better, than a regular arm. But it's just something that strikes you about this person. They walk up to you confidently and introduce themselves. Greetings, the guard says. Welcome to Ma Gao, or as the Northerners call it, Bastion. My name is Leung, and I'm the captain of the guard here. I see that you all are denizens of the land, and as such, I can imagine you have just as much value for law and order as I do, as we all do. Can I be assured that we won't need to worry about running into one another on poor circumstances? He turns to you all and awaits an answer.
I think Liren is going to try and like hang back a little bit in his hood, but he definitely can't stop, can't help but kind of stare at this sort of like prosthetic that he has. And I don't know if that's obvious or not, but he's definitely kind of like, what is that?
This, almost as if Leung reads your mind and kind of looks down at his own. Yes, I know it seems strange. I was very, very badly wounded in the last skirmishes with the Northerners. Now, you might ask, if that is the case, why would I be working for them? Well, it is their tools, their technologies that brought me back from near death. And although I don't consider myself a strong believer in the way, my sense of Otang, my sense of inner duty, compels me to live my life in service to those who saved mine. Does this make sense to you?
I understand. I simply have not seen such medicine before. I did not know such things could be done. And Liren's like a little kind of like equally like intrigued and put off by this. Like seeing, you know, the sort of capacity of what the Northerners have, but also like finds it, I think, deeply unnatural.
He turns once again to the three of you and says, well, if you'll excuse me, there's quite a large area I need to be patrolling, but if there's anything you ever need, if there's anything I can do to help you, please come and visit us at the city guard. We do our best to keep a sense of law and order. With that, he turns on a heel, begins to walk away, followed by a few members of the city guard. Your attention once again turns back to the market.
I'll turn to Tamari and Liren and explain to them that the city guard is really two kinds of city guards. There's Leung and the people that we know who will generally take good care of us. I've never had any problem with hers, but the city guard also has many Northerners, and the best way to deal with the Northerners is to bribe them, unfortunately. So if we're in trouble, we should perhaps seek out Leung. If you see the Northern guards.
With money or what?
Move away. Money, or why do you think I carry this with me?
Oh, jeez.
I tap lightly on the the rice wine.
Friend, is that heavy for you? Would you like me to carry that for you?
Oh, I've been lightening it along the way.
Oh,
Just
okay.
literally left and right.
How many? Do you ate some rice at back at the tea house? Yes, you consumed some rice.
I did, yes.
Some dumplings.
Oh, do you need
Yes,
food?
dumplings.
Do you need more food? We can get food.
Yes.
Darren.
Would you like some of these noodles? They're excellent.
I'll take some if Loon doesn't want them.
Yes, please do. They're
No, I'm drinking my dinner tonight.
okay. Well,
Okay,
you want noodles.
Look, okay. In case I'm not saying that we should, but in case you need to shoot somebody, we gotta make sure you don't shoot me. Remember? This is
Here.
Tamari.
And Laren's kind of pushy, like here, like has the noodles on the chopsticks, like just try it, try it. It's very good.
I'm focused. I need to find the fortune teller. We've looked up and down the rows of stalls and in the little alleys, and there's only one corner that we haven't explored yet. So we start heading over there.
Strangely enough, as you move toward the corner, you do see a sign. The sign does not have any of the character for fortune, but you see and are able to read the Literomancer written out. What would you like to do?
I think we might need to
Pause.
to wait for
We have to wait for the
IRL
leader.
Wild break, yes.
Point of order.
I know without Proud Dad. I don't know.
Otherwise, we're just eating noodles
we
right
can't
here.
make decisions. We're just gonna eat noodles without him.
Evidently.
Maybe next
The
time I'll have
finest.
noodles.
And rice wine. No. Oh, but you have the wine, don't you?
I have grape wine. I don't have any rice wine.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, we lost the chair too. Uh-oh. Oh,
Boss
the chair is
battle.
gone.
No.
All right, children in the marketplace have distracted me.
all
There
good.
shouldn't be these children at night. What are they doing running around?
Yes. What are their parents doing?
Yes, right. Yes, what are their parents doing?
But you find a stall, and written on the stall is a word you're not super familiar with. It seems to read the Literomancer. That's Literomancer. What would you like to do?
So we don't recognize that word. Is that what you said?
It's not a term that you see very often.
Do I know what it means, or a like a root of the word that would suggest to me what that means?
Litero, as in the same root as literature.
Oh, okay.
Well, I feel like we've looked at every stall, and Bina wouldn't give us bad information, wouldn't send us wrong. So it has to be this. So I sort of push my way kind of in. It's a very dark. There's a like a drapery or something sort of covering where the stall sort of comes to the corner of the street, and sort of push my way in. It's dark and kind of oily smelling in there, like incense or something has been burning for centuries almost in this spot. And I wonder why I've never noticed it before.
As you enter, you hear a voice from the shadows. It doesn't shout out, but certainly the words seem to resonate, almost as if they are speaking directly into your mind. Welcome, travelers. I've been expecting you. Come and join me, won't you? And all of a sudden, you are made aware that there are cushions that you can sit on. You're not sure what made you aware. There was no mention of cushions, but all of a sudden, you just had you had a feeling, and you sense that you are being invited to sit. What would you like to do?
Expected? You expected us?
I did, he replies. I was told to expect 3 travelers. He turns to each of you. What are your names?
I glance at Loon. Dad.
Sorry, Leung is busy writing. Sorry. Leung is taking notes. Leung's been distracted by all the rice wine. So I introduce myself and tell of the land that we came from and that Bina has sent us and might be able to help us.
Seems to turn your name over on his tongue. Loon. Tenjun Loon. He turns and gestures to a sort of large canvas that's illuminated on the side of the walls. Takes a paintbrush, dips it into black paint, and draws out very carefully the single stroke character for your name. The Rock. Loon, the Rock. You will be a foundation. You will be the foundation for an important journey ahead. He turns to Tamari and says, "And you, my child, what is your name?"
I'm Tamari. I'm Tamari, and I'm just Tamari.
He thinks for a moment and again turns back to the canvas, dips his paintbrush into ink, and paints several strokes that represent the syllables of your name. Ta, ma, ri, he repeats. Ta-ma-ri, the great claw of the north. Yes, you indeed will become a powerful huntress. I thank you for sharing. He turns to Liren. Are you comfortable, my son? Are you all right? He asks.
I am actually quite uncomfortable. And Liren takes his hood off and says, "It is quite steamy in there with all of the scents and the heat of the night market. But I suppose you are might have seen past my clever disguise. Regardless, I am Liren, and I am much more comfortable now."
He notices that the cushion that you're sitting on is generally designed for small to medium humanoids, and your large dragonborn frame seems to take up the entirety of it. He reaches over, grabs a large blanket, folds it over several times, and hands it to you. Perhaps this would be more comfortable. Liren.
This is
Liren.
Liren takes the blanket and kind of lays on it like the way like an animal would kind of lay, like on its side, like just kind of like completely sprawls out. And he's actually kind of longer than you would realize when he's standing with his just like full frame, just kind of like, oh, finally.
As Liren arranges himself, the person turns again, dipping his brush into paint, turns to the canvas, paints out 3 strokes for your name. Li, Rin, waves. You are destined to inherit the power of the ancients, he says. He turns to the 3 of you. Is there something else I can do for you? Is there something else you are looking for?
And I'll sort of look around at Tamari and Liren and turn to the fortune teller and say, I've been told to seek the way, and that we've strayed too far from it. And I explain a little bit of the history between my son and I, and the conflict we had, and ultimately that I'm looking to find what he had seen, and was told to find the tale teller that would help us find the way.
He listens intently thinks for a moment and says, I think I know of who you speak. The tale teller. The rumors say she can commune with those who have passed on from this world, but have not yet passed into the world beyond. There are also rumors that say she's a prophet, much, much more deeply versed with the way than I am. I hear you may find her in the northern slums district. It may be good to leave. The marketplace is packing up for the night. You don't want to be around when things get too dark in the city. He gestures to the front flap of the tent. But please, come and visit me. I'm not here during the day, but every week for the night market, I come and we can meet again. What would you like to do?
You're muted. Yep, there you go.
If I may ask, why do we not want to be out too late here? It seems like the food and fun would continue quite late. It seems quite pleasant at this point.
Even though it's only the four of you in this room, he switches again back to that very particular dialect of Wujan that is virtually unrecognizable by Northerners, and says, the city guard, they don't always watch out for people like us. They watch out for their own, and to those who prey upon the innocent, let's just say, not all justice is created equal.
Are there any spots to avoid on our way back to the inn?
I would... And he turns, takes a peek outside of the tent. I would just move quickly, my friends. I too must pack for the night. And he begins to gather his paint and his supplies and take down that canvas on the wall. What would you like to do?
I'll just say, okay, thank you. All right. Remember, Lyran, we talked about stealth. Now's our chance.
All right. And Lyran like kind of stretches and like gets up off the blanket and puts his hood on and says, I must find a lighter weight version of this. It's quite toasty in here.
All right, let's go.
Let's go. Towards the west is the inn. It's near the gate to the west of the city. That's all I know. And now I think we should head there because the northern slums, I've never been to them, but the only thing that I do know about the northern slums is that the fighting pits, there are fights there that occur in the north. So I've tried to avoid those, and I think we should definitely avoid them at night.
All right, so you are heading over to the inn on the west side of town?
Yes, that's the inn that is the cleanest and has the best food.
Okay, sounds good. You begin to make your way down the city streets, and as you do so, you notice that the fortune teller in the tent was not exaggerating when he mentioned that things were starting to wind down and things were starting to pack up. As the sounds of the night market begin to fade, you start to walk down the city streets, and you notice things get quieter and quieter, and all of a sudden, the streets are almost dead silent. You hear no voices, no laughter, no food. What's everybody's passive perception?
Mine is 14.
Mine is 15.
And mine is 14.
Okay. With those rolls, you hear rustling from the rooftops. You hear the clang of metal. and you sense danger. Let's roll for initiative.
Oh.
Oh yeah.
Dun, 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 dun.
Uh-oh. We did our best to avoid it, and yet it finds us anyway. Is that a
Right.
D20? Is that a D20?
What can we do? Sometimes.
Yeah, plus your modifier.
All right, hold on. We have a thing for this. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
I made something for y'all. See if I can.
Oh,
It's okay. We'll all go in eventually,
right. Yeah.
even if you roll poorly.
Yeah, that was terrible. What's the modifier that goes to that? Which one is that? Is that your initiative?
Dexterity.
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
Mhm,
Yeah.
the dex.
All right. Gotcha. Okay. Oh, look at that.
Oh.
Cool.
All right, let's get you all on the. Can you all see the battle map?
Mhm.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Let's get you all on the board, shall we? And now, if I did this right, make sure I did this right. If I did this right, you all.
Oh, that's me.
Oh crap! I'm still on draw. That's not good. See? All right, still learning. So we got Tamari. We got Leung. We got Moon. Why are you so tiny?
I know you're so little. The opposite.
There it is.
Not to scale.
Right. It's a trick of the perspective.
Oh man, there's too many things for me to pick. Well,
Liren was an unreliable narrator. He's actually tiny. He's actually a kobold this whole time.
Yeah.
all right, so
Dense
hopefully
lizard.
you now have control over your token? Mark, if I did this
Yeah,
right.
I can't click on mine.
Ooh, I can. Cool.
You should have yours now.
Oh, never mind. You're doing it in order.
Just a second. There might have been like a faster way to do this, but
Yep, I got it.
so out of the shadows steps a masked individual, and following that individual is another. They turn to you, not with hatred in their eyes, but certainly with purpose. Before we jump in, you can take a moment. Let's see, you're coming from that street, so you can take a moment to position yourselves, and then I will roll initiative for these folks, and then we'll get started.
I'm gonna move myself back a little bit, cause like that. Oh no, well
Is that where you were? I think you were in front of us, though.
Yeah, I was in front of you. You're right. Because I'm sort of leading the way, right?
Mm-hmm.
Where's our turn? Here's our turn tracker.
Yeah.
So I have Tamari on here. Oh wait, you know what? I have to add you all.
Yeah, well, so in the future, like if we click on our own tokens and then roll on D&D Beyond, it'll just auto-populate. Even if you're rolling real dice, you can just change the number.
Oh, nice. All right. So sorry, Leung, what was your roll?
I rolled a 5 plus I have a 2 modifier, so 7.
Okay, so you're there. We'll put that one after. Well, no, this one after. And then, wow, 14. I mean, I've rolled these
I
publicly.
know.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
I saw that. I was like, oh, geez.
Yikes.
And Kieran, what was your roll? You can add
I got an 11.
this little tracker here. 14.
Liren is ready. Compared to Loon and Tamari, who are just like, oh,
What?
what's this?
Yeah, they're also two-
It's that rice wine, I tell you. It's good
There we
stuff.
My D20 Beyond integration is not working for some reason, so I'm just gonna roll from Beyond, or I can roll. I'll roll straight into roll 20.
Okay. Take your word for it. All right. So who is up first? This individual.
Loon, I
First.
think if you click on your number, you can change that to your
Oh,
initiative.
Is everybody happy with their positioning?
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. Each of these are 5 feet, so this person is going to move up to.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, right up to.
Nah.
We can do facing too, so this is going to be,
Oh.
be a little weird, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, but he's going to face. And they are going to take a swipe at you with a short sword. That is 6 to hit. Does that hit your armor? Through your armor?
Is that armor class?
Yeah.
It's a 13.
Ooh, all right. So he swings a small sword, and despite the fact that you are apparently around double his age, you move far too quickly, dodge out of the way, and you are unharmed. Next one. This person up here on the roof goes ahead and fires an arrow at Liren. Liren, that's 10 to your armor class.
Nope.
Yeah, your armor class is 13, right?
My army class?
No, Loon.
Okay.
Oh no, it's
mine?
Sorry.
Yeah.
Fire.
Mine is 13, yeah.
So it does not hit.
It does not hit. The arrow flies harmlessly past, and it is now to Liren. Turn is yours.
All right. I'm going to wait, is this guy prone or is this guy dead? Sorry.
No, he's just. I don't know how to do facing in this, so
Oh, okay.
facing Loon.
Let's see. I think I got my Beyond 20 working. So I am going to go ahead and try and just step up here, get in front of Tamari, and just like hit this guy with a mace.
All right.
As one does. That looks like a 17 to hit.
Oh, 17 definitely hits.
And then that looks like wait, is that even possible? A 5 yeah, that is possible. A 5 damage.
That is also what I see. What do you? Oh, you're attacking with your mace. You swing a mace, and the attack is blocked. You swing again. The attack is blocked again. But on your third attack, the hit connects, and the assailant takes a step back, clutching their chest. They're hurt, but they're still fighting. End your turn.
Yeah, I'm good.
All right, Tamari, it is to you.
I think it's actually Loon. Loon is 7, but it's not in order
Oh.
right now.
I'm sorry. There we go.
Yeah,
Thank
because that is 0 originally. Thank you.
Loon, it's to you.
So, let's see. All right. This guy down here hasn't gone yet, right? This one who's sort of on the... you can't see my screen. This one's who's sort of on the corner on that sort of green tile, right?
No,
It's not gone yet.
You go after Tamari. Sorry for like.
If you hold and click, it'll make a ping if you're like trying to talk about a certain like
Oh, cool.
area.
Right.
Oh, I didn't realize we could all ping. That's incredible.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh my goodness.
That's all we're gonna do now.
And then everybody's like,
Yep.
All right, so so you can move and then act. Is that right? So my intention here is I probably want to move back a little bit, and then fire an arrow. But are they two separate things, or can you move then act?
You can move and act, or you can act and then move, if I understand.
Gotcha.
correctly.
Okay. All right.
Quick rules question, though.
Sure.
For experienced gamers. So I would rule this, if you're going to step back, I would rule that as an attack of opportunity from
Yeah.
this gentleman in front. Is that how other people would rule as well?
I
Yeah,
would say
because you're
kind of
right next to
beyond
them.
that,
Mhm, and
All
you're
right, so
moving
if
away.
you're within 5 feet of an attacker, Loon, You will provoke an attack of opportunity, an additional attack roll from this person right here, unless you use your action to disengage and protect yourself from said attack of opportunity. But that is also your action.
Gotcha.
So what would you like to do?
He might miss, so.
Yeah, that's true.
I like that.
How dangerous you want to live.
And since it's within 5 feet, is that still like so a ranged weapon, like for example a bow? Can I still shoot someone at that close, or do I? Is there a penalty for doing something like that? Because that would then change like the strategy, right? Try to potentially take them out.
Good question. As a DM, I would rule disadvantage on your roll because this person is a melee attacker in your ranged attack. I don't know how I like to play, but that's how I would generally.
So it seems like maybe moving isn't the best idea. I do now have Liren right next to me in case melee boy here wants to take another swing. So I'm going to target this character right here and attack with my bow, my longbow.
Okay. Roll your d20 or roll 2 d20s with disadvantage. Take your lowest.
God, gee. Why did you have to say 2? That is a 3. So I assume that means I'm going to miss. 3 is not good.
You draw your arrow. You aim it at this assailant over here. Unfortunately, the attacker in front of you is too much of a distraction, and your arrow flies aimlessly through the air, hopefully not hitting a random citizen, but we don't know. It's kind of in the distance now. All right. Anything else for your turn?
No, I think that's it because I don't want to provoke that attack.
All right. Now we are over to Tamari. Thank you again for that clarification.
All right. I'm going to move. I don't know. Over here. Try not to echo. it's the mini game. Try not to echo. Or actually, I'm going to be like a little back diag. Oh man, hexings. Okay, you know where I am. I'm back here, but not on the wall. I want to use my longbow. Okay, I've never played a ranger before. So I have a Hail of Thorns that's a bonus action.
Okay.
But I want to, so it says the next time you hit, can I hit this? And so you can see what it says. Oh shoot, I rolled it. I didn't mean to roll it, but basically it says, the next time you hit a creature with a ranged weapon, the spell creates a rain of thorns. But my question is, since it's a spell, but a bonus action, but that would count as my action because I'm casting a spell? I shoot?
If you have access to both actions, I would rule it as not taking your main action.
Because it would be on the next turn, right?
Everybody okay with that? Yeah, I would rule it as you can take it as a bonus action, and then you can still attack after that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I'm going to take that as my bonus action, Hail of Thorns, and then I'm going to shoot this guy.
All right. Fire away. Oh, do you want to use this Hail of Thorns, or do you want to re-roll it?
I'll just use it since I rolled it before asking. I rolled it before asking, but I'm gonna do it.
All right, go ahead, take it.
We'll see if it hits. That was a natural one.
Oh no!
That was a 1 to hit.
No. Oh no.
Does the Hail of Thorns does it only activate on hit?
Yeah.
Okay, then unfortunately, because sort of surprise nature of the attack, you haven't quite gotten yourself focused enough to fire a straight arrow. It lands at the attacker's feet, breaks apart, but otherwise does no damage. Anything else for your turn?
I will stay here. I can't do anything else.
Okay. It is to this individual right here, who is going to move up to
Okay.
Loon. Sorry, Loon. Everybody's like in your face.
I know.
Oh wait,
Oh, my
sorry.
grill.
Can I clarify on the Hail of Thorns? The Hail of
Yes.
Thorns is concentration up to 1 minute. And so it says the next time you hit a creature with a ranged weapon attack before the spell ends. So as long as my con is up, there's still an opportunity to hit with that same spell.
Okay. If it's a minute, you have like it's 10 rounds in total.
Yeah.
So you got time. You got time.
Okay. Nobody hit me.
All right.
Okay, sorry.
Against you, Loon, it is going to take a multi-attack.
Jesus.
Critical miss. For one, and the other is a 6. I'm assuming neither of those hit.
I'm wily like that. Those years of herding animals and stuff gives me a little neither hit.
All right. Yes, with your martial prowess, these two sword swings are very easily brushed away. You don't try to block the sword strikes, but it's not hard. The person is kind of telegraphing their movements. You go and you brush their arms out of the way, and you are unscathed from this attack. It is over to this one right here, who's going to once again take a swing. But this time it's going to... Actually, no, this one's going to multi-attack against the two of you. I'll roll this publicly. It's going to 7 to Liren. I assume that does not hit. And
we
14.
lost Liren.
Oh no!
Liren has left the ether. Is stuck in the ether. The ethereal plane. She's transcended.
Oh, sweater. Yeah, Lyrian transformed into a wolf.
All right, so
we have her sheet, right? So 7.
we do.
Yeah, we can. I think that it's much higher. I think it's 18 actually.
It's very
wow.
high. Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Nice.
something ridiculous.
All right, Loon, 14 to you. Does it hit?
Yes. So that's against armor class. My armor class is 13, so I believe that does hit.
All right, that does hit, and that is 6 piercing damage.
God, really? Okay. All right.
Distracted by the other fighter, you don't see that this one's also taking a thrust at you. The thrust connects. It is painful, but you are still moving.
Oh my goodness.
Ooh, that one hurt.
That's
The rice
stressful.
wine is going to help
That is the end of
absorb
that one.
some of the blood. Yeah.
And then this one on the roof actually sees that you've taken that hit and is now
Leave me alone.
take a ranged
Fight the
attack.
giant dragon, will you?
Now you're
This old
using
man,
Lyrian as bait.
This old man.
But
God,
look
jeez.
at the dragon.
16 versus
Oh
your
my
armor class.
God.
That's 34 piercing damage.
Oh no.
Ooh, I'm hurting here.
Yeah, you're gonna need a heal.
Yeah. Ouch.
That is the end of that turn, and it is now. Oh, it's to Liren. Do you want to run her character for a second?
Can I pause here and just ask a couple of mechanical questions? Is that all right, or will that take us out of the flow?
Nah, go for it. What you got?
All right. So attacks of opportunity. So like for example, this I'm pinging. That ping work? Yeah. So this because it's a melee character, and I'm here, and I'm a ranged character and stuff. I'm at a disadvantage, right? Because at range I would be able to shoot at them, but at such a close distance I take a disadvantage. What's that? Because I shot here, that is still being affected by this character. So on that last roll, for example, I was aiming at the guy who was standing right here, right? But because this character is right in my face, that gave me a disadvantage. Okay.
Yeah, you're in their threat range, and because of that is distracting your bow skills.
Got it. Okay. All right. So I think in any future encounter, if I survive this one, I don't know, it's not looking good. Because I guess they like shooting old men instead of like big scary dragon things. But I think I'm going to lead from the rear next time. Next time I shouldn't be right in front. All right.
I mean, you can heal yourself too, since you took
Yeah.
healing, didn't you?
I did take a healing spell. Yeah. I
And I think Liren can heal as well.
think so. Yeah.
All right, let me see if I can give. All right, I'm just gonna give either. Did I do this right? Do you both have either of you have control over Kelly's character?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Sorry,
All right,
I just moved her out of the way.
Yeah, so go ahead and run her until she returns.
Tamari, I'm gonna help you out, or have you help me out here, because I think you know what you're doing a little bit better. The rice wine has really affected my sense of decision making here.
Okay.
Stopped at
I just
one.
want
And the like stab wounds on me, not helping.
I'm just gonna double check on what Liren can do. Okay, Liren is going to, because Liren is right next to Leung right now. Liren's gonna cast Cure Wounds on. Oh wait, I can't roll it. I'll just roll it in D&D Beyond. Oh wait, no, because you gave me control. There you go. 8 back to your.
Oh, nice. All right. That gives me almost full hit points again. So that's good. Thank you. Oh, I feel so much better.
Nice.
I don't know if Liren has bonus actions. I'm looking. Oh, what is Liren carrying? Oh no, that would be something different. Ooh. Okay. And then Liren is gonna use a bonus action for Shield of Faith. Does that work? Does that make sense?
Bonus action works, yeah.
Okay, it's a concentration, and she's gonna use it on Leung. I'll just copy paste this in the chat. Granting +2 bonus to AC for the duration of the spell.
Oh, yes. Very nice.
Okay, cool. Can you track that on your own armor class, Loon?
Yeah, I can do that.
Or whatever you currently have.
Just +2. Okay.
Duration.
So my default is 13, so that would make it 15.
Yes.
Nice.
Yep. I don't know how long that lasts. So honor system.
And Liren's just gonna stay right there. I don't think I'm gonna move.
For Liren's turn, Loon, it is to you. What would you like to do?
So now, because there's 2 characters right in front of me, I assume if I move, they would have attacks of opportunity, both, right? God, this is not looking good here.
Yeah, right.
And shooting my bow seems to give me, because I have to roll 2 d20s, that's also a penalty. Maybe I should just use a melee. So this one right here has been injured, right? That first sort of round, this guy had been injured.
Yeah.
I wonder if it makes more sense to just use my quarterstaff, which is a D6 -2. Ugh. But the chances of me whiffing maybe are lower, since I don't take the lower of the second D20 roll. I'm gonna. All right, I'm gonna use a quarterstaff attack on this wounded assailant here.
Okay. Go for it.
So that's a 20, right? Roll a 20 for hit.
Oh, I thought you said you rolled the 20.
Oh, I actually
I
did.
know, I was
Oh my
gonna say,
God. I literally did. That is.
Oh my
That is
God.
legit. 20 right there.
Did
Yeah,
you
I really did. I really did.
That's
You got healed and you were like, old man vibes,
I'm like,
let's go.
Dad strength.
Dad
Dad
strength.
strength. Dad reflexes. All right. However, it's not going to be for very much, because it's a D. So this is listed. So I have it. All right. I do have another question. So on D&D Beyond, and again, sorry to kind of step back here a little. So there's actually 2 different numbers for damage for the quarterstaff. I also have a hand axe and a longbow, and each of them only have 1. But the quarterstaff has 2. One is a D6 -2, and one is a D8 -2. Is that if I'm dual handling or dual? Why are there two different numbers there? Because I'd rather do the D8, obviously. I don't know if you can see this. I don't know if you can see this. I can share my screen if you need me to.
Yeah, so when you on D&D Beyond, the little button that's right there, like what is it? What does it say on the button?
Oh, this is so weird. Okay. I have a guess.
Like, so
but
I'm looking at yours and it just says
Yeah.
1d6 minus 2.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I see the 1d8 minus 2 below.
I don't know why one is.
Versatile is 1d8 in parentheses.
yeah. So from my understanding, I apply versatile to. So I think about like the longsword as like the quintessential like versatile weapon, right? Because I can swing it with one hand and do the regular damage, or I can put two hands on it and then do the increased damage. I find it a little strange that you could swing this quarterstaff with one hand, but I'm assuming if you want to double hand this sucker, that's your 1d8. So just get your
Okay. All right.
get your
That's
full run slugger.
I really I'm winding up on this. The wine is flowing, the cure, the magic that's enveloped me. I'm feeling it. So I'm gonna do the D8. Now it's a D8 minus 2. So all right. So that was a 6. So minus 2, so I guess 4.
4? Wait,
Yeah.
you got 4.
So I
double
rolled
it. Your, critical.
What's that?
Double that.
Why is that?
Nat 20.
You had a nat 20.
Oh, hey,
You're
all right.
extra
So
special.
I guess I guess that makes it so 8, I guess.
An 8. That's the end of this thing's hit points. So
Smash.
how just describe this moment for me. What does the ending of this individual look like?
So I've like I said, I've these guys are right up in my face, but I'm feeling it, right? The wine is flowing, the magic is flowing, and I've got it, just this quarterstaff just racked up right into the neck, right into the nape of the neck, and just smashes in, and his head just kind of crumples to the side and just slides down to the ground, just slumped over, just right at the and down, done for.
They did not see that coming. That is the end of that.
Cool.
That is it. All right, where are they on the turn order? We got to get rid of that. Okay.
Nice.
Anything else on your turn, Moon?
No, I'm admiring my handiwork. So I'm just gonna stand over.
Okay. Nice.
Mostly because I don't want to trigger this guy right here. Maybe I should. Oh, well, wait, one more quick question.
Yeah.
So let's say I were to move. All right, if I wanted to move back and it triggers this attack of opportunity, is that what that is? Mm-hmm. Would that be against both of us, or would that just be me?
Just you.
Yeah, because you're the one moving away.
All right. I am actually going to move back. So is that okay? I don't want to. I did say I wasn't going to, but can I change my mind?
Go for it. You're okay taking the?
Yeah, I have the AC +2 now, so that's pretty good. I got healed, so I'm feeling it. So I think I'm going to move back to say here.
All right. It is going to take its attack of opportunity on you.
Oh my!
Oh my god! What?
Sorry, I rolled that publicly. That's a 23 to your armor class.
So confident.
Yikes! All right. So yeah, exactly. Yep. All right. I'll take that damage. Yikes.
All right. So as you try to sort of rush back and collect yourself, this one in the front takes a swipe, and you take those 6 damage.
Ouch.
Again, not feeling great, but you still did home run swing that one guy. So. The adrenaline coursing through your veins.
Oh, Liren, I healed Leung for you.
Oh, okay, awesome. Yeah, you'll have to catch it. That was like the weirdest, just like rogue, like power surge or something. Like the power went out for 3 seconds. Like the power outage was like that, and then our router's reaction to it was quite dramatic.
Sorry, we took one of your turns to.
Yes, no, I'm glad you weren't waiting.
Yeah, you healed Loon, and then you had a bonus action. Is that right?
Yeah, to raise his AC.
Yeah.
He was like,
It didn't help. It sadly didn't help.
in a rough shape.
Yeah.
And then that one with an X, Loon just home run swung that guy into the ground.
All right.
staff to the neck. So now it is to Tamari. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So this person, you're gonna have to help me with hexes. Is this person within 5 of Liren?
Well, I think the measurement still should work.
Like, where am I measuring though? From the there. Okay. So no. And also, is this person on the roof? Is that how I'm interpreting this, or are they on the road?
They're on the roof of a house.
Okay. I will then, man, lucky me, I did not get hit. Knock on wood. Okay, so I'm going to shoot at this person
Okay.
with my longbow and hoping that I hit so I can do a thorns.
Oh yeah, Thorn's still active.
Okay, 22 to hit.
Nice.
Ooh, easily hits.
And then, so we'll do the longbow attack, which is 8 piercing damage.
Oh,
And the Hail of Thorns is 1d10 plus 3, so 11 total.
okay. All right. That guy is not in great shape right now. Not in great shape right now.
Okay, I will.
Fire your arrows. And as the arrow hits, what does Hail of Thorns look like? That's a new one to me. So what would that
Yes.
look like? as you
So basically, like it hits, and then it kind of like creates a rain of thorns sprouting from the ammunition. So it's like the thing hits, and it's just like thorns like shooting out. Or that's how I'm envisioning it. It's just like
that sounds painful.
thorn explosion.
I love it. And so this person is just kind of like trying to like shield their eyes.
Oh, sorry.
And, like,
Oh, wait.
down.
Sorry, we're gonna have to back up. It's a deck save. Sorry, it's not just an auto hit.
All right. Hold on. It's this one.
I misread it. Dex 12.
One?
Yeah, it's that one. Mm-hmm.
Let me roll save. Dex 15.
Okay, so it passes. So it'll take half damage. So half of 3 plus the 8.
I don't know. Let's
So
make
does
it.
that round up or down?
I think generally you round down, but
Okay, so it'd be 9
cool.
instead of
Liren
11.
has returned to the ethereal plane again.
Yeah. Okay.
Just in the zone.
Still not in great shape. Still not in great shape.
Just took a left.
I'm going to. I don't know if I'm just gonna stay here. I'm not gonna move closer to the group just in case there's like a chance to hit us all.
All right.
A good pen just died.
Where is this? This guy is going to move ever so slightly closer to Liren and take a multi-slash. 2 sword strikes, 9 and 9, which Liren easily blocks with his powerful dragon claws. No damage to Liren whatsoever. It's going to stay there. And now it is over to Mr. Rooftop, who's going to take a multi-shot.
Oh
One
boy.
at Liren and one at Tamari. To Liren, 16 versus your armor class. I'm guessing that doesn't hit. You have pretty high, right? You're 18?
Liren is 18, yeah.
16 versus you does nothing. And then 8 versus Tamari also does nothing. Hail of arrows fired from the rooftops, but the two of you are far too quickly. Nothing happens. It is back to Liren.
All right. Liren. Well, what can you do? I feel like so powerful now. Like, look what I can do. I can do some cool stuff.
Oh wait, sorry, I totally missed. I missed Sweater losing
Again,
missing.
yeah.
Oh god.
It's
happened.
okay.
Yeah.
Let's see. Liren is okay.
Let me put this on.
I can't so same deal. If I try to do a ranged spell attack on this guy right in front of me, it'll be at disadvantage.
I would roll with disadvantage, yeah.
Okay. Then Liren is seeing the missed arrow from this person on the roof, is going to use Guiding Bolt to make a ranged attack.
On the rooftop?
On the rooftop.
Okay, go for it.
All right. How do I cast? Will that roll? Okay. That is that is a natural 20.
Natural
Nice.
20. So is this the damage already on the bottom?
I think so. So 12 and then plus crit. Wait, hold on. What is this? 5, 3, 3, 1. Plus another 4d6. Yes. Ugh. Can I read this right? I don't know.
Yeah, that
So for
sounds
sure,
right.
yeah. So all of this that's on the board, I think, is with the crit involved.
Dang. Okay. Well, 24 easily hits, and 17. That is the end of that person. And since you got the crit, you get to narrate. How does this happen? What does this look like?
Oh, so Liren, even though Liren keeps describing all this like graceful water shaping and all that, this is a flash of light of just being like, you know, a pop of rage pops into Liren's eyes. I don't know why this sweater might just be like, no, this is not Liren at all. Pop of rage, and then kind of scans to see exactly where the assailant is. Hop with one arm, casually but strong, a flash of light to explode this person off the roof.
Ooh, off the roof. And so this person goes, I don't know, where do they land? They can land like right here. And in a few moments, as the electricity from the guiding bolt dissipates, this person's body is no longer moving. Let's take them out of the turn order, because this is the end of that. Anything else on Liren's turn?
And Liren is gonna stay put.
Okay. Leung, it is to you.
So once again, I have another mechanical question here. So I'm currently at I've been injured, right? I'm at 11 out of 18 hit points. I can potentially cast a Cure Wound. I do have a spell of Cure Wound. Out of combat, though, so let's say between sessions here and stuff like that, do you have opportunities to cure as well? Or is that something like, should I do that now? Because otherwise I would have to do that some other point. So like, for example, because Tamari also can has a roll coming up here and can potentially take out this enemy, should I use this opportunity now to heal?
If you have spell slots, you can use them anytime, in combat, out of combat, as long as you have them. You can use them.
So like potentially after this fight, I could then cast a spell to heal, or maybe when we get to the inn or something, like I get to heal and rest. Okay. All right.
Yeah, I'm imagining we're going to long rest tonight after this.
Okay. All right. So I'm all about the action today. I want to give us the best chance for us to take out this attacker. So I'm going to once again use my longbow here.
All right. Give me that
Hopefully. That was a 16.
16 hits for sure.
So that's a D8 plus 2. A 1, so that gives me a 3.
A 3?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. At this point, so you've done damage, and he's still fighting, but he's clearly on his last legs. Your arrow hits, kind of starts to hunch over, having a hard time holding his weapon. He's just not looking like he's in good shape right now.
And then I believe that's the end of my turn. I will not do anything else.
Okay. And Tamari, it is to you.
All right, Tamari's gonna she's gonna crossbow and hope that this hits and doesn't take another round or have to rely on Liren again. Come on, Tamari! All right, 14 to hit.
14. Nice.
Ooh, 14 hits.
Nice.
Let's get it.
What's that damage?
It is 4.
Good enough. Good enough. So the assailant
You lightly
actually,
push him over.
in this moment, starts to turn away from you and begins to run. But as they do, they do not see you rack up your crossbow and take a shot. You hit them square in the back. They take a couple steps forward. They stumble onto their knees and they crumple face down into the floor. They are no longer moving. This battle is yours.
Nice.
Can I, after they all go down, Tamari would like to approach the closest fallen guard person and see if there's anything of interest to take.
Yeah, is it? Was it? It seemed like it was really dark in the street. You know, the lights, the street lights had been put out and stuff like that. It was hard to even see what they were wearing or who they even were. Just shapes almost. So I think we should investigate who these assailants were.
Yeah, is there an ID badge? Or I don't know how this works. Whatever's
Got
on
a
your
wallet
body.
on you.
Just take your money.
Well, it was hard to tell. I mean, I couldn't even tell if they were in city garb or city guard clothing or what. You know, it was dark. It was shadowy. So I want to see who this was that attacked us.
Okay. Let's go with Tamari first. Tamari, I think you should be able to check your journal now.
Oh. Wait, so many screens. Where am I? Heck yes. All right. Oh.
What did you find?
I see it. I'm gonna read it. Okay. I found a mysterious note found on the body of an assailant. Reads in Northern script, "The fork tongue is to be taken alive. I care not for its companions." Signed, Y.
All right. And soon you are checking over the bodies.
Yeah, I'm looking for anything, anything to give, who their identity might be. Are these city guard or are these something else?
Sure. Why don't you roll me your give me an intelligence check. So your D20 plus your intelligence modifier.
I literally came back in when I heard the phrase "checking the bodies," so I guess it went well for us.
You did pretty good. It's a 14 minus 1, so a 13.
With a 13, you check over them. You don't notice any insignia or any indication that they are members of the city guard. And kind of based on their sort of facial features and body structure, it also does not look like they are necessarily from around here, whether it's Northerner or Wujian Dao in origin. You can't quite tell where they're from, but something tells you they are not from around here.
Well, Liren, they were definitely looking for you.
How convenient that I was absent for this then.
The ethereal plane called you back.
Yeah, I was just meditating. But how could they have spotted me? I blend in so well.
I don't know, but we really gotta move. I'll show you this note at the end.
Yeah, we should move quickly to the end.
Yes, of course.
You may have to show her or show them in the next session, because I think we're going to wrap it up for the day. Right. Nicely done, y'all.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Hey, Liren, I rolled a nat 20 as you.
Oh, what?
Dude, Liren,
Maybe
once
we should
again,
switch characters. Rolling better as Liren.
like a bazooka, just blasted her off of the roof.
Your guiding bolt is wild. It's so
Guiding Bolt
strong.
is excellent. Yeah, I'll watch the VOD to enjoy that wonderful moment.
I was kind of curious, to be honest with you. I was kind of curious about how y'all were going to deal with person on the roof, but that clearly became a non-issue.
Oh, did you Guiding Bolt the person on the roof?
Yeah.
That was going
Like,
to be my next move. That was literally going to be my next move before my rider went out. Was I was going to guiding bolt him. So we have that psychic connection that Tamari and Liren are starting to share from hanging out. I approve what you did.
Oh my god, I didn't see all these private chats.
Oh yeah. It's okay.
Oh, like including like not realizing that you asked for an audio down. Sorry. Oh god.
Oh, it's okay.
Yeah, it worked out.
It worked out. Yeah, it worked out.
Now I have to rewatch the VOD and actually watch Jay because I feel like every time you're doing something that try to make Sweater laugh.
It was just this like giant
Pizza.
I just looked up and there's like double your body width's worth of pizza going in your mouth.
Okay, Prof A's food description just made me really hungry. Okay, what can I say?
I get that. I feel that.
I did have a real IRL proud dad moment where my littlest came in and told me she pooped on the potty like a big girl.
Aww.
And so I had to tell her, wow, you're such a big girl. Now go away. Proud dad. All right.
Update for sure. So quick, I know we're wrapping up in a bit, but I am curious. Now that you've kind of had a chance to engage in grid-based combat, Jay, and kind of get a little noodly with the rules, what do you think about the system overall, or the systems overall?
Yeah, well, one, it has not a big surprise, I guess, but Ranger class is going to be difficult if anyone gets in melee range. You know, again, that's not surprising, but I think at least strategically, I should be not leading the group. I'll lead from behind. Hey, go over there. Liren perhaps will be in front at all times because one, it seemed like I got targeted probably because I was just at the front of the group. But having those attacks of opportunity against me and disadvantage and stuff like that really made it so that I couldn't do much, you know, and the quarterstaff has a penalty. So I'll have to think about being in the back. I'm curious now, having two Rangers in the party too, that might become an issue at some point.
Okay. Any other thoughts from anybody about just kind of session overall?
This is my first cleric I've ever played. I'm like, man, clerics are beastie. Now I get why people play them.
Yeah, just even looking at your character sheet and then being like, okay, like, what are you gonna do, Liren? And I'm like, I don't know. Liren can do like 50 things that seem awesome.
Yeah. No, but the breath weapon too. I haven't even used the breath weapon, but that's always like a fun thing with Dragonborn too. Just like a extra
Oh my
perk.
goodness! Wow.
Yeah, you've got all kinds of stuff here. That's crazy. And Guiding Bolt doing the 4d6, which is crazy.
Mm-hmm.
I do have a question. This might be one of those off-stream questions about how that roll worked, because it was again, I don't have a way of articulating because I'm trying to figure out the math on it. But
Well, we can always talk about it off.
yeah, I'll probably do that off stream because I do have a pretty hard end here.
Crunchy question.
Yeah, we can do that
publicly, so we can go back and look through the log.
Yeah.
I wanted to take it easy on you, and then I realized, I'm rolling everything publicly. So here's the full damage, Jay.
Here's the 23 damage. Oh, good. Yeah.
That's what the screen is for.
That's right. Yep.
The
nice.
die don't lie.
I don't
Prof,
lie.
any thoughts, comments overall on session? I know there's like chat to catch up on too, but
Yeah, it's really interesting because when I first opened and I was like, oh, I'll do a ranger. That'll be easier than a druid. And now I'm looking at this and I'm like, wait, I don't understand. Like, I've gotten so used to playing a druid that now trying to think about something different, I'm like, well, I have to get used to this also. So that's been interesting because even selecting my spells, because I don't even know if we said we leveled up from our last session to now. So, it was, yeah, it's fine. But like trying to get back into the flow, but now with a ranger mentality has been different. I didn't use my shifting. Oh, good.
Were we supposed to level?
Are you kidding me? I didn't even notice.
Holy crap.
You're still level 1 and you still
you
have
are.
all those things?
Holy
How is
cow.
that possible? Okay, Liren just destroyed people even as a
Yeah.
level 1.
Level 1.
I saw you yesterday, and I was like, I'm sure she'll get to it before the stream.
Oh, that's so funny.
Yeah, I totally missed that.
I'm
That's
sure
okay.
it's
I'll do it by next session. We didn't level again today, right?
No.
Okay. Always a level behind because I just wasn't paying attention.
Showing off is what you're doing.
It's in character. It
Oh,
works.
you mean this old level?
Yeah.
That's good. That's fun. That was
I also
Yeah.
love on Roll20 how you were pulling up stuff. Like you literally just put a mysterious note in my pack, and I was like, "Oh, I can read this. This is so cool." So I liked that,
Cool.
being able
yeah.
to see that.
That is really cool. And like after being, I'll admit it, very reluctant to get into like the virtual tabletop tool set. Like I spent way more time than I should have in Roll20 the past, and it was really fun. There's just like a lot of stuff that I had fun playing with, including that, like dropping notes in the pack, which is awesome. And like other things too, like running enemies is, if you are comfortable spending a little bit of time with data entry on the front end, like running monsters in session is incredible on Roll20, I will say. Even if they have like all of these had similar stats, but if they had multiple stats, you spend a little bit of time programming and it is effortless to run. So I really enjoy that about it.
That's cool.
Thank you.
Awesome. I'm ready for next week. Well, not ready. We need to get Liren leveled up, and then we can talk about.
Yeah. I mean, it's kind of funny too to think about. Like, I even though I haven't built a cleric before, right? It's like I'm familiar enough with the mechanics that I can build a character from the beginning. That's like probably going to be pretty. I'm not like a huge like min maxer. Like I have to min max everything, but I am probably thinking a little bit more about that from a character build, just from like having played more, right? Just with time.
Sick. All right. Well, I think that is all the time we've got for today's adventure. So thank you once again, everybody in chat, hanging out, watching, joking around with us. We do appreciate you. Next time we get together, we are going to, I guess, figure out how we're going to get these bodies off the street, clean up the aftermath.
Wait, we have to do that?
Not necessarily. You can
We'll just leave our blood trail.
Somebody will get to it. That was good, y'all. You did well. That was fun.
You did awesome.
Yeah.
As well as Prof A.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Great stuff.
It's hard to the thing that I like struggled with was how to gauge the first combat, because this is like we're really getting to know each other. I'm getting to know your characters, styles in tactical combat, and yeah, I'm still getting a sense of like what your strengths and weaknesses are. And don't worry, Jay, regardless of what your party composition was, as a DM, I'm going to find ways to like mess with you. So.
Yeah, oh sure.
Like, optimal like fighter, mage, healer. Like my job is to still make it a fun challenge. So,
Right.
Don't worry.
It's either going to be the DM or the dice. Like our rolls.
Yeah.
They're going to get us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't
All right,
lie,
so
right? Yeah.
This time next week, 3 p.m. U.S. Pacific, for the next step of our adventure. Anybody else got any final thoughts, final send-offs?
Hype.
No.
I'm doing a cooking stream on Saturday, 2 p.m. Pacific time. My partner is actually mostly cooking. I'm just gonna be assistant. Like I don't do that, but it'll be fun. We're gonna cook chili.
Is that a surprise?
We're cooking chili.
Nice.
I don't know. That's what he said he wanted to do. We're also going to play Wizards Unite. So if you just want to watch me play Wizards Unite, then you can do that too.
Cool.
Sick. Any other post-stream or future stream announcements from anybody?
I'm streaming tomorrow at 3 to 5 p.m. Eastern. So that's what noon to 2 Pacific-ish. Approximate time range. I'll be doing more No Man's Sky, so come hang out.
Cool.
Ooh, my fingers
Enjoy
are
the
crossed.
radiation.
Up on a poison planet.
Yes, I know. Well, yeah, I have a sweet waterfront irradiated lake on nuclear planet property now, so I've moved up in the world.
Nice. I like it. Am I on tomorrow? Oh yeah, I am on tomorrow. Almost Friday, right? Jeez.
I was going to say tomorrow's Friday. Isn't that a Prof A day?
So I'm gonna try really hard to do a 4 to 6 p.m. stream US Pacific. I'll probably play a little bit more of Never Alone before we switch over to another game next week. So if you are interested in hanging around and learning about cute foxes and awesome Inupiat mythology, come through and chill. Otherwise, we will see y'all next week, same time, same channel, 3 to 5 p.m. US Pacific. But for now, adios, everybody.
Thanks, everyone.
Peace.